Okay, I figured as I'm driving out of this part of Gettysburg, I would just have the camera. It's a very pretty, you'd never imagine the carnage. And this is just one part. There's parts of Gettysburg that are open and flat and the whole bit, but I mean, it's a gorgeous area. It was a horrific place at one time for 3 days in July of 1863. But it is really beautiful, and there's monuments everywhere. They fell here, they were buried here, they, whatever. But it's I'm just trying to get out of here before sunset. That's when they close everything. So, but this is totally unlike any other part I've been in Gettysburg. But there's markers everywhere that show what happened there, and things happened everywhere in the battlefield over 3 days. I mean, I've got to look up and see now. There's a marker to the left here. I don't know if you can see that coming up. Let's see what that says. It says Nichols Brigade, Army of Northern Virginia. It's too small to read there at this point, but anyway, so there's another monument up there. Again, there was just so much that was going on here over the 3 days, and it was such a large battlefield, and so many people were involved. It's just amazing. I'll probably keep this on when I get out back to the main road. You can see what it looks like. But the other portions of, and by no means would I be able to capture every part of Gettysburg National Military Park in 3 miles, 4 miles, or 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean, it's just that big. Again, I didn't even know this was here because it's all forested. The only thing I've seen of Gettysburg, the battlefield, was pretty much open. There were clumps of trees here and there, but other than that. Hey, how are you? Again, there's a monument right up ahead. I mean, it's just, I guess for pedestrians, it's probably not. That's the Stewart's Brigade, Army of Northern Virginia again now. There's a path down there. I guess you could probably walk down there, and there's more historical information. But it's just an amazing place. I really need to come here and spend literally a week. Go to the visitor center, go to the museums. There's a number of them. There may be one official one, I'm not sure. But see, here now it's opening up again. Here's another monument. Really a beautiful evening. About 73. Yeah, Smith's Brigade. Again, the Army of North Virginia. I'll just keep this on because as I drive back to the motel, it's kind of interesting to see. And I don't even know where I'm going. I think I'm going out here. I think. Oh, that's Culp's Hill up there. Wow, there is so much here. Just so much here. I'll go this way. I don't know where I'm going. Again, I did this kind of haphazardly and didn't do a lot of research, thinking, oh, I know where I want to go. I know what this is all about. I've been here before, but no, I was wrong. Again, didn't even know that this part of Gettysburg battlefield and Pilgrim Park existed, to tell you the truth, as ignorant as that might sound. I'm really going to have to do some investigation, even back at home, and then maps, and try to see what's all going on. At least I found out where my great-great-grandfather on my mom's side fought on Cemetery Hill. I'm going to ask these people if they know if this is the way out. Hi. Is this the way out for autos?
Yeah,
Is it?
you can go,
I don't want to get caught in here. They said it's sunset, so I don't know what they do.
basically nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear.
You could probably.
I won't abuse that, but it's nice to hear I won't be locked in.
Yeah. So yeah, go up this road, then you'll get to a T intersection.
Okay.
Where there'll be the Culps Hill on your right.
Okay. Yeah, because that's right over there somewhere, right?
And just turn left, and you'll go out to the cemetery and main road.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too. Well, that was nice to know. They don't really do much of anything. They just don't want you being in here at night. I kind of like to walk in here at night. That's when I'd like to walk in here. I might do that because I'm very close to portions of, like I say, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's bigger than the city of Gettysburg itself, and Gettysburg is not small. I guess this is the T he was referring to. You can see all these monuments, and they're all significant. I mean, they all mark something very, very important to the battle and to the Civil War. Whether they're graves or they're markers, they're not just put here haphazardly. They're put here because of location. If it's not the exact location, it's a location that marks, behind this stone is the hill or the ravine or whatever. Because obviously they want you to see these monuments and read them and the whole bit. My God, you could, it would be wonderful. I think driving through here is great. You get familiar with it, but I think really the thing to do is to walk through here, which again would take days, absolutely days. And you'd want to do it on a, day that was fairly nice and cool. Excuse me, in a month that was. So maybe in October would be a good month. Maybe next year I'll do that. I can't get enough of this though. That says Culps here. Oh, maybe this is the one he was talking about. Yeah. So I go left, but that's right. This is here. I'm gonna go through a cemetery, I guess. Well, the whole place is a cemetery. Let's face it. There's guys buried everywhere here. The beautiful sunset occurring. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I got a glimpse of it. But this is how most of it looks. Rolling hills. I just can't imagine the chaos and the absolute. Oh, there's a nice shot. I'm going to actually take this and show everybody, whoever's watch this. So anyway, isn't that beautiful? I'm going to get a close-up of that. There. Really pretty. I think I'm looking towards Gettysburg. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if that's what. Yeah, I am, because if that's setting in the west. Yeah. I'm going to pull over here. Let these people go by. I don't want anybody behind me. Oh, sorry for the maneuvering. There we go. So like I said, there's, Stevens Knoll says to my left. Well, obviously something happened on Stevens Knoll, or many things happened on Stevens Knoll, who's to say, but it's just filled with this stuff. Absolutely filled with it. How are you? So, yeah, there are no gates, are there? Oh, there's a cemetery. Now, I don't recall seeing that. Of all of the travel up and down these roads that I've done. I guess I'll keep this on here. So this, I believe, is Cemetery Hill. I think it is, to my right, that is. And my motel is, gosh, really up ahead. It's a block away or so, I think, if I'm correct. But I'm going to leave this video on only because it's very cool. The whole town of Gettysburg is really very interesting. Now, this is a Sunday evening, so I don't expect there to be a lot of activity as opposed to, you know, what there would normally be. But I'm just going to keep this video on to show you the town. Now, obviously, it is touristy, rightly so, but done in a kind of a nice, understated fashion, I think. And there are quite a few people out. Again, I don't know where I'm going, so I'm wandering here, and I love motorcycles. I would imagine I'd love the feeling of riding one, but the noise is, even with my heart, my lack of hearing, it's still difficult. So anyway, I'm going. You can see everything is hilly here. It's the Alleghenies, and there's a lot. There are a lot of streets that are downtownish looking. I mean, that have great old architecture, and so I don't really know what the center of town is. Maybe this is it here with a big public building. I don't know. Maybe this is like Main and Main. I'm not quite sure, but it's just very pleasant, and I'm just going to keep recording because I'm going to drive for a little bit, and not really sure as to where I'm going to go either, but let me go straight ahead. I can always turn around, right? We'll just see what this is all about. Yeah, I mean, it's just very quaint, and now I'm a mile away from where I first came into the town, and by Cemetery Hill, and it's still got all of this going on. So it's a pretty big area. And I hate to bring this up as a comparison. As much as I can see Gatlinburg as a great tourist mecca. They've done really, really well with it and made it nice and all. I mean, as far as families are concerned, but I'm not crazy about roundabouts. But Gatlinburg's a little kitschy, and I don't know. I just find this to be a little more subdued and more authentic. Although there's nothing. I think everybody should drive on the main street of Gatlinburg once in their lives, because it really is amazing to see. Now here's old railroad track. I guess I'm getting out of the touristy area for the most part. I'm just going to go up the hill. I'll come back some way, shape, or form. If anybody at all is watching this to this point, you are either bored to death, or I don't know what else to say. But there's some pretty things along here. I will turn around soon because I think I'm getting more to the outskirts, and I really wanted to do the downtown area. But again, it's pretty here too. As you can see, it's hilly. I'm going to turn left here. And there's mention of the history all over the place, monuments all over the place. Again, there was activity in Gettysburg itself. I mean, they weren't so isolated that they didn't know what was going on the field. I guess there were troops that either before, during, or after the battle were here. I'm gonna go down there. Like I say, I don't know where I'm going. This is Gettysburg College, but it's just a pretty town. I mean, they've got a lot of money, it seems, and I'm sure 95% of it comes from tourism, because I don't see anything else other than that here. But it's clean as a whistle. I mean, I have not been on a bad street, pothole wise. I mean, it's just picture perfect. Again, here's some of the older homes getting back towards the downtown area, and this is not a touristy area. These are real homes, and I really like how in these older eastern towns, you don't find this in the Midwest. These homes are built like right up to the sidewalk, and it's not like they have a porch or they have we used to call them Putze under the sidewalk. That's a Chicago thing, I guess. But and you can tell some of the architecture is almost like colonial architecture, and you don't find a lot of that. So it does look different than small towns in the Midwest, and I started seeing that in eastern Ohio, because as you go further east, it's an older, settled earlier. So I'm gonna go straight. I've said that before, and then I robbed the bank and blew it. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going ahead. But it surprised me, because when the last time I was here, and I was here briefly, I think a second time. This is my third time. I can hardly remember. But it only been in the last couple of years since my father passed. I had never been here prior to that. And I was assuming that Gettysburg was one street, just one main drag, and that's not the case. I sure wish the light would turn green. And this is not the touristy section by any means, but it's still historic looking. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. See how long I have to wait for this red light. Now, this is where people live. This is not a restaurant row or anything. So these, I think, for the most part, are just residences. I don't even see any like businesses other than what cater to tourists being in any of these buildings. What's interesting is you see a lot of, I haven't seen this in a long time, and maybe I just don't notice it, but the telephone poles with all the wires. I mean, it looks like Chicago back in the 60s when the trolley buses were running. There's just so many wires up above, and they seem to be thick and plentiful, and I haven't seen that in a long time. I just don't notice those things, but and I don't know if that's, this is, I'm off the main path, but I'm still, obviously in Gettysburg and in the older part of Gettysburg. If there is a newer part, I guess there's a newer part. I don't know if there's a new part. But very pleasant, very quaint, very definitely old world. And again, I think I'm driving south, but I'm not quite sure. But I definitely know it's not the touristy section. I might be coming to it. There's like wooden row houses. We have row houses in Chicago. There's a few still standing, but they're brick. I've never seen wooden row houses like that. Interesting. Well, I take that about the streets. No, they're not bad. It's just a couple of little dips there, but no potholes to speak of, and they're not exactly in a warm region of the country. I think I'm coming up to the more touristy area now. Even though this right here is semi-residential. Yeah, there's a restaurant. Fourscore. Wonder what that means. I mean, I wonder what that's in reference to. Anyway, I think I'm right by my motel. It's a really cool motel. It was the cheapest one, and all the reviews said it was great. And it is. It's clean. It's not modern, but it's very clean, and it's amazing how. Oh, there's a tour being given, I guess, but this is it to the right here. Anyway, this is part of the Gettysburg as well, obviously. This is out of the older area. I guess where my motel is, it starts the older area, more touristy area. So obviously you can see sort of new and old mixed here, and then it gets newer and newer. And then I'm going to keep going only because this is the road that leads to the road that you can see the wide open spaces of the Gettysburg battlefield that I was familiar with originally when I first came here. And to the left is what I mean. That was, and I probably have to pick up the phone to show you, but this is the area, and you'll see it even better when you get up above this hill here, because it'll show you the wide open expanses of the Gettysburg. You know, some of the battlefields. Like I say, there were multiple battlefields, and here they came from over here too. This was a area that the Confederates came, and you can see all of the monuments and information. Oh, here we go. Here is, up there is the angle where I got the paranormal information. In fact, I'm going to pull over right here. This is where I got the paranormal audio. In fact, I think it's right by that big tree. And there's a brick, well, the angle refers to a stone wall. So this road, I guess, was crossed, it probably was a dirt road, by the Confederate soldiers, Pickett and his soldiers, coming up from here. As you can see, I mean, it's just, this is what I thought all of Gettysburg was like, but it's not. It's a combination. It's so big. In fact, if I keep driving, I think it's about 2 miles. Sorry about that. 2 miles further until I'm actually out of the park itself. So I'm going to, a little difficult to do this, but I'm going